I believe that everyone has a fair fighting chance. So I feel that if you want to be on top, you have to really work very hard. We shouldn't worry about the foreign people coming in, as long as we do our best and work hard for what we want.
I feel that if they can contribute to Singapore, it's okay for them to come here. But some of them, I feel that, they don't have anything special. So they are in fact competing against ordinary Singaporeans.
Like, there are a lot of scholars in my school, and it's definitely very hard to study with them, because it's like, I don't know, it's just a very competitive environment, and I sometimes feel very stressful because of that. Yeah. I'm not afraid. As in, I'm going to take it as a challenge now to try to go up to the same level as them. As in, because we are better at some areas that they are not good in. So I guess I'm not really afraid of that. Yeah.
For housing, actually, we should not be competing with PR, or at least Singaporeans should have better benefits than PR. But from what I can see, it's the same.
They actually cause the prices to go up because of how they, play with the market and stuff. Yeah, so it affects Singaporeans. Yeah, I'm okay with it, but because right now I know that there are a lot of initiatives trying to make it such that Singaporeans would still be so-called in first priority. But for those in private sector, actually, it's not that obvious. But for government sector, it's more obvious. Yeah, so maybe more can be done for the private sector side.
Definitely affect us, as everyone needs to have a place to stay, and there will definitely be competition for the housing and all this.
Well, rising property prices and a competitive job market, these are some of the issues which have been tagged to Singapore's growing population. And that number has recently crossed the 5 million mark.
Is it all because of the influx of foreigners coming to Singapore, as some would have it? And are there just too many people on this little island? One of the people I spoke to on the streets just now has got it right. As of the latest census, 2/3 of the 5.08 million population are citizens. Naturally, more people are to jostle for space, for housing and for jobs.
Well, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong did say that the government will build more flats and introduce more measures to cool the property market.
Yeah, that's right. And, I like the point made just now. You see, just do your best and everything will be all right. You think that's a fair approach to take?
Well, first of all, I think we have to make a distinction between foreigners. They're not all the same. They come and do different things. Very often I wish that some locals would stop and think, and I wish they could live one day like some foreign workers do. They wouldn't want to do it. At the same time, there are other foreigners who come in and do certain jobs which locals covet and so on. I think we should accept that. It may be an ugly truth, but there may be some foreigners who may be more productive than a local, or may contribute more in terms of taxes or even productivity.
I lived in Holland, and when I worked there, it was a different environment for me. I had to learn the language. And so foreigners have also got to have that responsibility of, taking care of the environment that they're in.
Housing is also another red button issue.
If we look at housing, I think there is actually quite a distinction between what foreigners can do and what locals are entitled to. There are housing grants for locals. As a foreigner, I'm not allowed to buy an HDB flat, for example. So I think that the citizens are being taken care of, in some way at least. And if you look at something like jobs and competition for jobs, Singapore's supposed to be meritocratic. And I think that while we readily embrace that idea, I think people tend to also forget that the flip side of a meritocracy is that while the best tend to rise to the top, the worst actually sink to the bottom and kind of deserve to be there.
The government has to balance so much. It's the expectation of the people that they want to be somewhat protected and have a preference, because otherwise, why are you a citizen of Singapore?
Many foreigners are here to build a better life for themselves, of course, but hopefully in that process, what's good for them is also good for the country.
So it's kind of inevitable at the end of the day that, the job market is just going to get more competitive, because if we want good people here, we just have to, when I say we, I mean Singaporeans. Singaporeans have to just get better and better at what, we're doing. And we all definitely need a roof over our heads. So, we must understand that, stiffer competition is necessary in these departments.
Okay, we've got more people living on this little red dot. How are we all getting along with each other? That's the question that we're tackling next, the one on social integration, so stay tuned.